Mic check, mic check. All right. Good day, everybody. 9:45. Markets are ripping. Similar to what we talked about the start of this week. Paying attention to how Sunday and Monday pushed lower, swept out some liquidity, whatever it wanted to do. And then you see Tuesday start to climb. I mentioned on stream that we're probably trading towards this weekly high or something that was left behind in the previous week. Here you see we've taken out all these internal highs, and now we're driving back up to this high here. Take a look at ES. Should looks pretty similar. Yep. And then YM, let's see, YM's pretty much trading the same direction here. Nice liquidity, previous daily high up here from looks like Monday. Yeah, Monday's high. Trading back towards it. I love this drive we get here on 9:30 back into this imbalance, back into this previous daily high level. So this right here could end up being a nice trade idea on YM if price could start flipping bullish. I'll probably look to buy YM today. Just depends. Right now, look, candle is bearish, but as always, when you zoom into the candle, you want to say, is this candle really bearish or is it just appearing to be bearish? And so far, it's not really bearish because we're not closing through up close candles on the 5 minute. So this is telling me this will probably end up going higher, right? Once we can start flipping these bearish candles, I'll get a better idea of when price is ready to take off. Looking over here, this is pathetic. Anytime I see price, headed one direction in a straight line, leaving all of this type of liquidity, I immediately just ignore the buys and I'm looking for a short, depending on how the setup goes, right? If we end up, let me draw up a good buy scenario. Let's see. So we have that bullish candle there, and then we have 10 a.m. here. So once 10 a.m. is on the table, if this candle right here is refusing to break, if price drives into here and just refuses to get comfortable underneath that candle, right, then I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. It's obviously going higher. But other than that, there really isn't much else to look for a buy. So if this doesn't hold up, you just sit back, relax, and wait for price to show you something else. But right now, it looks clearly bullish, right? But you just don't want to fall in love with the buys. Let's look at our left here and start seeing what was left behind over here because this could end up being bearish continuation areas right here, right? So if I look at this, what do I notice? This is a swing high. All right. I want to see what the bearish candles look like at this swing high. So we have this sweep and then nice bearish close. So this should be a good area. We have this supply zone that price offered where price tried to go higher and failed. So this could be a bearish area. I'll mark this off. Actually, I'll just make it red or gray. I'll make it gray for now. And looking at this bearish candle right here, you'll see some sort of bearish structure inside of it. So when I look at it, first let me drag this over so I have that. Bingo. And here we go, right? So we have this bearish candle from 9:30 to 10. What do you notice? This up close candle right here was the reason why price, well, this is where price failed to go higher, simply put, right? Has not been retested. So that right there already gets my attention. I'm thinking, all right, if we tap into here and start giving bearish order flow, I like shorts from this area. And then you have this 30-minute candle, which was pretty strong as well. We have, what do you know, a bullish candle in here that was serving as the range, right? Notice how price was not able to get through this 5 minute candle high, clean rejections from it, obvious supply zone. So now I have two areas of interest for shorts whenever price drives into it. I'll get to see, what price does in that area. And then that's that. We're not there yet. So that could be the draw, right? Price could want to push into there before it goes lower. So I'll keep my eyes on that. I have a clean area of demand sitting right here. Nice closure. Excellent. So now I have two really good trade ideas. Let's see what this first candle did here. 9 to 9:30 really didn't do much. But you did get this beautiful demand zone as well. Right? You see price close bullish from 9 a.m. to 9:30. You see a 30-minute closure that was bullish. If you investigate that bullish candle, you do see price closing through bearish candles. So actually, I take that back. Take that back. Take that back. So the one thing I always do is you have to notice, right? At 9:30, that's not the previous candle. So the previous candle actually closes on 9:25. Why? Because these candles are 5 minute candles. So that means at 9:25, when this candle opened, it closed at 9:30 exactly. So at exactly 9:30, you don't see any bearish candles being closed over yet. So that's not a valid supply zone for me or demand zone for me. Here, this is valid because the candle is still open. It doesn't close until 10 or 9:55 candle, I should say. Doesn't close until that 9:55 candle prints. And we've already closed through bearish candles. All right, now let me go back over here and make sure I didn't do the same thing up here to my left. All right, so over here, all right, yeah, this is nice. 9:30, we closed through it before the candle closes. Oh, there's another one in here. This is really what happens. Yeah, because if you notice, yeah, this isn't it. Right, so if you notice, if you're looking at this specific range, 10 a.m. to 10:25, no bearish candles are closed through whatsoever, right? But this candle right here was closed through before this candle closed. So before 10 a.m., you get two areas of supply. And this ends up being your area of supply that sends price lower. So if you were trading Thursday at 10 a.m., you're supposed to be in a short for the most part, right? So let's see if price drives back into this area, and then we'll go from there. I'll draw up some levels over on YM to see if price may hit something bearish as well, and I'll be good to go. Just NAS. Let's check NAS also real quick. So really over here, we should have very similar protocol, I would say. Ideally, 9:30. Price is still going straight up crazy to me. So when I zoom in here, I should see beautiful closure through. Nice. All of this bullishness is failed order flow. And then you have this one right here, which is nice. We closed through it well before this 30-minute candle was printed. Excellent. All right. So yeah, those are my two zones. They're pretty much neck and neck. You could even mark off this as well. All right. Yeah, that's nice. So I have this zone here. I'm going to mark out, drag it across. This should give price some resistance. You never know, but 9 times out of 10, based on what I like to see, we're probably going to see some rejection out of here. So I'll mark that off, save that, check out YM. Look at YM. Notice YM is stuck in a box here, pretending to be bearish, but failing to close through these bullish candles. That's not really what you want to see in a bearish higher time frame closure. So we'll see what happens here in the next 5-10 minutes or so, and then the games will begin. So that's my take. I like shorts from up here if we get a clean reaction. If not, I'm gonna just look for a continuation to previous weekly high. What do you notice about this candle from 9:30 to 10? There's no bearish pressure at all, which is a red flag if you're a buyer. There's no sellers in here. So there's no way for you to know if price is truly ready to go higher. ES gave you one seller, one selling candle here, but you don't see it. So you don't see it on multiple charts. So just ignore it. So I'm going to delete this zone here. If it does take off from here, I wouldn't trade it. So that's why I would just ignore it. There's no real structure showing across the board, right? You want to see your setup appear on 3 different charts. That way you know that, okay, chances are this is the proper setup and I'm not being faked out. So yeah, we're chilling. Probably going to be a slow session. I want to go ahead and check out the news for today, see if that'll help us out, help bring some speed into the market. All right, so no news on Forex Factory. Let's check Market Watch. All right, so today is Wednesday, February 25th. We have literally nothing on the table today. All right, not bad. So let's see what happens, man. Been a really good week so far, really good month, really good year. Try to keep things keep things going and find ways to have fun so that we just don't get bored on these charts. It's easy to it's definitely easy to get bored and tired of trading, but here we are, right? Consistent, showing up every day, finding ways to get better and sticking to the plan. Save. All right, yeah, so notice one thing, which one's stronger at the open? Let's see. 9:30 opens right here. Wow, NASDAQ is much stronger, right? First 15 minutes of the market. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. Let's see. What do we sweep out? Swept out all those highs. ES does the exact same. They're pretty much identical today. They're both pretty strong. So that helps us, right? You just take whichever one gives you the cleanest entry or the cleanest setup. And that'll be it. 5 minutes left here. All right, here we go. Starting to see some bearish pressure for once, but we'll probably end up seeing something closer towards 10:30 or 11:30. That's what I'm expecting. I don't expect to see anything clean in the first hour or first 30 minutes of market open. As you can see, when you see stuff like this where the market is giving you one directional moves, don't trade it. You want to see a battle going on, right? You want to see, for example, here you see all these bearish candles trying to go lower, and then once you start closing through those candles, you're opening the door for higher every time, right? Starts with a down close candle, closes through it, retests it, goes. And vice versa. When it's time for price to go lower, you're going to see these up close candles fail. You're going to close through them. You're going to retest that up close candle. You're going to reject, and it's going to go lower, right? Doesn't get any simpler than that. Check out this daily before I settle down here. I want to know what the daily chart may be drawing towards. Okay, yeah, these highs right here are definitely looking solid here, which I have those marked out already. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Mark this off as a swing liquidity point. We're finally seeing a bullish weekly profile. It's been a while, but we're at the lows of this range here, and you're seeing price try to push back towards some highs. So not bad, man. Not bad. Drop down to the 30-minute chart, and I will wait until price offers something respectable, right? So right now, there's nothing for us to do. Got my levels in. We've taken out all of the overnight highs, right? London high, Asia high already taken out. No signs of reversal so far. So there's really not much to do here other than wait. All right. So I'll be on standby. If you guys have any questions, jump in the chat. I will literally just be sitting here waiting for some sort of structure to show. I like this. I like this profile here. It's just strange because nothing else is offering it. But let's see what it looks like. How does that play out in here? We tap right into that area, start closing through these down close candles, start closing through these gaps. Maybe price tries to continue higher. We'll see. And if you've been trading along with the stream, I'm sure you have some massive gains. Some massive gains. We've cleared over like 500, 600 points past 4 or 5 trades. All right, so yeah, I'll be on standby. Let's see what happens. All right, cool. So we're seeing this nice rejection candle print here on the 30-minute. We have this doji formation, and then inside of the doji, we see price starting to flip these bearish candles. So that's a good start for a move higher. What you will notice as well, we have this fair value gap, right? So if I can start planning out a trade, it should include some sort of sweep lower for A plus setup. All right. If price doesn't want to offer any type of drive back down into here, even if we were to drive close to here, that's fine, right? Start shifting structure and go higher. That's the type of trade I'm willing to take. Anything else, like for example, if price just taps into it right now and takes off to this high, objective will be complete. So then I'll wait for a different setup. But now I could zoom down to the 1 minute here. I want to see price offered power of 3 now, some sort of accumulation with a manipulation drive here. That'll start the power of 3, and then that'll give me some sort of idea of where I want to enter on this trade. YM still hasn't offered any real flip bullish yet, but I'm sure it will. Just give it some time. If we're bullish, right? If we're bullish, it's going to start closing through these candles. If we're bearish, it will not happen. So let's see if we can get a decent drive here. We do have some pretty clean order blocks inside of this green zone here. Like this down close candle looks nice. Make that yellow because it's a lower time frame. Then you have that down close candle right next to it. And then ultimately you have this lowest down close candle here. All right, so all of these areas are valid. No reason to mark them out. Just showing you guys what I like about this setup. This green zone right here is fair play for higher if there's any valid market structure shift to go higher. YM sweeping out this low, 30-minute low, tapping into a fair value gap. Let's mark off this fair value gap here. This should send price higher. Notice the midnight price sitting in here. Notice the accumulation sitting in here. All right, notice this is where price broke structure. Notice accumulation right here, manipulation, accumulate, manipulate, and then you get this break of structure higher for the distribution. And now we open up 10 a.m. and you guys know what I always say, it's the same thing over and over, but power of 3, what happens at 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. opens lower only, right? We've only taken out lows since 10 a.m. So that's a good power of 3 algo. All you're looking for is price to show some strength somewhere down here. Excuse me, bless me. Yeah, so all you're looking for is price to show some strength down in here. And that'll be my cue. Nice deep drive here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Even 930 fails to take out highs here on YM. So these highs are being left for later. I may trade YM. YM gives really nice RR when it does stuff like this. Similar to yesterday's trade, right? We caught 1.5 or 1.4 R on NASDAQ, but YM offered much more. Much more here. I think it was in here. Yeah, we bought it somewhere in here. Rips. But looks pretty clean so far. The algo is seeking lower. No real bullish ideas as of yet on YM, but you can see we're tapping into fair play here. So this midnight area right here is likely to send price higher. And we have that previous weekly low. Look at this level here. Look at how this green line is a previous weekly low. Look at how price refuses to go underneath it. And it gives you a power of 3 on it, telling you that chances are price is going to hold this level. And we have 22 minutes left in this 30-minute candle. I want to see this 30-minute candle end up bullish, and that'll be the start of what I'm looking for. We have YM tapping into really bullish territory. And look at that beautiful sweep into this area, guys. Yeah, this is fire. If this maintains, I'm gonna look to buy this and go from there. So let me start drawing this up here. Really nice bullish profile unfolding. Boom, boom, boom. This candle was what time here? Last 15 minutes. Excellent. Looking for price to get through this blue line here. And I'm looking for some sort of market structure shift inside of this current green area here. YM, as I mentioned, still fighting. So this could take a little while. I would like to see YM show bullishness, and that should help these guys over here keep that bullish profile. I don't want to see price get too comfortable underneath this blue line here. Really nice sweep on ES, slightly weaker. Let's see how price handles this bearish candle right here. Massive bearish candle. It's crazy. 10:30, 11 o'clock. So let's pay attention to the macro really quick. Let's see what the macro had to say today for the first 950 macro. 950 macro, we offer nothing. All right, 950 sweeps this low, goes higher, sweeps the high, break structure lower. So I guess, yeah, if you're a good macro trader, you could have caught this short, but a lot of people probably try the long because you do get a sweep with a displaced higher fair value gap. You could buy inside of this gap. Or if you're bearish and you're in the macro, you wait for this 10 o'clock to open, you see that this gap gets taken out and we get a nice BPR here. Instead of a bullish gap, we create this bearish gap and we reject it. Maybe you short that bearish gap, catch a few points or so. But as you can see, macro not really offering much as usual. And then now we're stepping into this next 1040 macro. So we should see some speed shortly. First macro didn't offer much of a delivery, so the second macro may be where price finds that speed. Here we go, showing some energy higher. Let's see here. Got a nice sweep, bearish gap. Really nice change in the state here, right? Look at this. This is how you have to understand the power of three, right? It doesn't have to be the same cycle. But here you see manipulation come first, right? This candle opens at 10 p.m., which is a 4-hour candle, meaning 4-hour power of three. 10 p.m. opens lower, manipulates first, and then accumulates, right? It didn't accumulate at first. It manipulates first, accumulates, and then goes right into delivery, right? So if you were looking for another manipulation on this accumulation, you're not playing the game, right? Manipulate, accumulate, expand, delivery. Here, 10 a.m. opens. It looks like we're accumulating, but I would say this is manipulation. And then now we should go right into delivery phase here. Here we go. Let's see. Let me get ready, my friends. Make sure my contract sheet is open. I'm looking at the NASDAQ here. I want to see a decent move through this bearish gap here. All right. I'll zoom in on NASDAQ and I'll watch YM on the side here. My other monitor just to keep an eye on YM. Because once YM is completely bullish, that should open the door for sure. YM could stall a little bit, you know what I mean? And that could throw off the trade idea. But similar to yesterday, right? Like we had to wait a little bit longer, even though we were bullish the entire time. We had to wait a little bit longer for YM to give you that protocol because YM was holding price back. And once YM got that protocol, you saw price just fly away. There goes your bearish reaction, which you anticipate from anything bearish. Even if it's not truly bearish, you want to see rejection similar to what we see, and then you want to see this rejection get absorbed, letting you know that, okay, the sellers have been filled and now the algo is absorbing them. That's the best type of reversal. Notice this low has been protected the entire time. The moment we flipped this bearish candle, these few bearish candles here, this low has been protected. Price has not been able to close underneath it as of yet. So you're just paying attention, right, to the clues that price is giving you. This could be your swing low. This could be the low before taking the high. And it all starts with this area of interest here. How does price respond right now? 5-minute chart. So we opened 1030, nice bearish candle. Nothing changes my bias so far. So let's see what happens. All right, so notice this gap is pretty much holding up just fine. No real threats at all for the sellers. Bearish gap holding up just fine. And then if you pay attention to the clock, we are approaching 11:30. So literally this candle, once this candle closes, we have one more 5-minute candle, and then 11:30 will be printed, and you're starting to see the sellers completely dominate this area. So I'm probably going to end up looking for lower here, depending on how these candles close in the next 1 minute, 30 seconds, but it just looks bearish. And then as I mentioned before, YM really hadn't given that true bullish profile. So far, we're still inside of bearish candle ranges, right? Notice how price pushes to the top of this bearish candle and completely stops, hits a wall, right? So you got to be careful with buying here, and you really want to just read what the market is telling you. If it wants lower, I'm okay with lower. I would actually prefer a short. Why not? So now we're tapping into this gap. Let's see if you get that reaction that we would expect with a bullish trade. Here you should expect a nice wick out of this area for the next 50 seconds if we're bullish. And then over here on ES, you should expect ES to remain in bullish territory. All right, if we start getting SMT off of these lows, then that's going to be adding to the fire for this buy trade. Notice ES isn't even bothering this 5-minute low right here. Yeah, this looks like it's still going to be bullish. It's just taking its time, right? YM. Would love to see YM break out of this range here. 49,330 area. A strong closure above there on the 5-minute would be good. And then I have this bearish area up above. Notice the accumulation. Notice we closed through these up close candles here, and we haven't revisited that area just yet. So if price gets in here and starts showing weakness, I have to short it. All right, here we go. Last candle. Let's see how this prints, and then I'll reevaluate at 11. All right, there goes your speed, but this is already, it's still pretty strange, bro. Like I don't like how magically ES is stronger now. Remember at one point ES was way lower. You know what I mean? So it's like it's already showing me that it's like it's not truly trying to go anywhere. These are tough, bro. I have to wait for this little accumulation up here to be broken for a true market structure shift, right? Because these highs are the ones that made the low. All right, so that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for price to get above this market structure shift level, similar to what ES is offered. And then once it gets above there, I'll start looking for potential trade ideas. YM pushing, it's just moving too fast for me though. Here, notice we just barely closed above here right before the new 30-minute candle, and we don't even bother to drive into this down close candle, which would be anything underneath here. So this would be your bullish area, right? Where you see price close above this red line. Price was stuck in this range for a minute. We close above it here at perfect timing. You want to see price tap into that, bro. Which it probably will. It may play that ping pong effect here. Remember, this was never mitigated. Price may push up into here, mitigate it, slam all the way back down here, and then give you your profile. That's what I would anticipate, because this is not clean delivery right now. NASDAQ hasn't broken any structure to the upside. ES breaks structure before NASDAQ, but NASDAQ is showing us that it's not as weak. Remember this low right here, there was SMT off this low for ES, and then magically now NASDAQ takes the low and ES isn't taking the low. So it's, you can see the manipulation in full effect here. Makes no sense. So now I'm like, all right, let's just be patient, bro. Wait for a legitimate market structure shift over here, and then I'll believe that price is ready to go. Right now, it's tough. If I was just looking at ES alone, I would say we drive into here, we maintain these lows. It's beautiful on ES. And then we have 10:30 to 11, and we're closing through these candles here. So you have a new bullish profile on top of the one that was already there. We're closing through these 5-minute candles. So maybe this, I think this is where we're gonna see the true setup the second time around. The first one, you get manipulation, a bunch of nonsense at the low. The second one here, I would anticipate a quick retest and then continuation, ideally, right? So let's see if this zone holds up for us. There we go, yeah. So you can see more manipulation stepping in, more wasted time. But this market structure shift over here is fire. Let's see if we can get another drive into here with a clean reversal protocol. Crazy thing is NASDAQ hasn't closed through any new bearish candle. Bearish candles on NASDAQ are controlling price right now. So at least start flipping. Okay, what's gonna happen is this candle's gonna close bearish in 15 seconds. Come on, give us a bearish closure here. And we may be able to get something out of it, bro. This is crazy. This is tough. I don't know if I like this, guys. It's not really synchronized right now. You got YM just now breaking structure. So this is the first bullish profile on YM. Very first bullish profile. Flip bearish candles right on time. Cool. Now you want to see a drive into here. Maybe some manipulation, maybe not, but at least drive back into here. All right. And then you have 45. So yeah, let's move this to here. All right, yeah. So let's look for a decent drive into this green zone down below. And I think that's the only trade I can work with as of right now. I don't see anything else. NASDAQ is not bullish right now. ES is looking like it wants you to buy it. It's crazy, bro. We have a beautiful setup over here on ES. Like, if I was only looking at ES, I'd be ready to buy from one of these fair value gaps in here. All right, you can see this fair value gap all the way down to this one. Looks clean. Looks extremely clean. We're tapping into it. This is tough, bro. Because how did it play out? If you look at the technicals here, you saw a bullish area, you saw price manipulate the low, you saw price give bearish pressure, absorb the sellers, and flip the sellers right here, right now. Bro, this is so clean, bro. And it's weird that NASDAQ is not keeping up. Okay, maybe NASDAQ starts to show some life here. All right, here we go. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Maybe we show some life here on NASDAQ, or maybe it dumps one more time before you get that real move. I feel like something's up, guys. I don't think this is anywhere near as clean as yesterday's buy. Too much hesitation on NASDAQ, a little bit too much speed on YM. Which it could, this could end up delivering, but it's not, you know what I mean? It's just not ideal right now. If we start closing through this blue line here, which would be this down, close candle, this down, close candle, close through it. Then you have 45, so 45. So we have two levels here. Yeah, we start closing through here, bro. It's gonna, I think I gotta try this. It's gonna try to run. Because ES just looks phenomenal. Like there's nothing wrong with it. 7, and then you just target this high up here. 8.5 points. Something like that. Yeah, you're closing through that. Entry would be 69.41. Let's check NASDAQ. I just need a break of structure here on NASDAQ. We can just take this high now. So you can see we keep putting in these short-term highs here. You have to see these broken before you could even consider it. Because YM's already breaking structure. YM is already taking off. Broke structure a couple times. Cool. But you don't want to get in until NASDAQ shows that break of structure as well, which hasn't happened yet. So we're chilling. And if I'm buying, I have to buy ES. ES somehow takes the lead. So just buy ES. This is crazy, bro. I guess they don't want to make it clean today, man. They don't want to give us the easy setup today. 69.42 maybe. Yeah. Probably won't get the best entry here. But 69.42 is okay. And that would be 7 contracts on the stop, which would equal, 7 points on the stop, which would equal 13 micros. Perfect. And then I'm covering this blue line here. I'm covering this fair value gap here and this fair value gap there. Maybe 7.5 points is fine. 7.5 for 13. Then you just go for a 1-to-1, target this high, call it a day. This is tough, bro. I wish this would pull back. I think it's about to. I think that's what we're going to get. We're going to get one more drive, if I had to guess, lower. But it doesn't, bro. It doesn't want to. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I do not get it. What is the hold up here on NASDAQ? Is it gonna just blast off, or is it warning us that there's one more sweep coming? And that's what I have to sit back and see here. ES is textbook right now. If NASDAQ looked exactly like this, I would be in this trade. However, it doesn't. So let's see. Okay, nice. There goes that selling pressure. I just need to see a deep drive here just to confirm that I can be patient. You know what I mean? I don't want to miss it, but then at the same time, I really just don't want to get in right now. YM could easily sell off here. We failed to retest this green zone once we opened a new 30-minute cycle, and we drive directly into this unmitigated 30-minute zone from 930. And you're seeing that selling pressure. If we can break structure here, take out this low, that'll be my confirmation that price will definitely retest here. I just want to see some fast selling pressure so I can just chill here. I like the resistance so far on ES. Okay. There's nothing going over here on NASDAQ. 145 left in this candle. So we're chilling. Good patience, man. Let's see. No trade yet. So this is just an idea. Waiting for some sort of confirmation over here on NASDAQ. Boom, boom, boom. These candles right here have to be broken all the way across the board here. You see these up close candles. Price tried to go higher, slams lower, tries to go higher. Now it's stuck. Still inside of these up close candle ranges. I would love to see those at least just broken with a wick or something. Until then, I can't enter this. Really nice. There we go. Really nice selling pressure, man. I like YM pushing towards this low. If we can take this low out, that should let me know that price is going to get back underneath these blue lines at least one more time here. And what that'll do is at least tap into it, right? So I can see how price responds. But what that'll do for me is it'll tell me that, all right, just be patient because it's still pretty early. It's only 11:15. The move could happen at 12, 12:30, 1. You know what I mean? Just because it's showing bullishness right now does not mean that it's just going to go straight up, right? We already know that. So this is our first sign that price should hang out in this area a little bit longer. And that'll give time for NAS to stop playing around and start breaking structure as well. All right, keep my eyes on this 5-minute chart because I do not want to see price close through these bullish candles. A sweep is okay. There we go. Good job. Great job. Great job, Mr. ES here. Good job pulling back. Look at where we're rejecting. 10 a.m. price is just not ready to deliver yet, right? That power of three is still unfolding. 10 a.m. is not ready to break. If we start closing through these bullish candle lows here, then I'm going to assume that 10 a.m. is not planning to break and we're going to go lower, which makes just as much sense, right? So let's see how this candle closes here. 2 minutes left. Great patience, right? Could have easily bought this. I'm sure a lot of people bought this inversion here and they're at risk of being completely obliterated if price decides it doesn't want to go through 10 a.m. here. That would be a-okay, right? Nothing about price has told me that it's ready to expand. There goes YM entering this zone. Slight tap. I just want a deeper drive. Go ahead, keep going, kid. Keep going. All these bearish gaps, I'm sure we'll tap right into one of these gaps and just continue down in here. Excellent, excellent job. Definitely exactly where it should be right now. Save those, jump to that 5 minute. Pay attention to these lows. Actually, I'll just mark them out just to be safe here. I don't want to see a closure through here on the 5 minute. If we start getting those closures, guys, it all depends, right? But you can see a lot of buyers, excuse me, off of this previous weekly high and off of this 930 price, but they're being absorbed like crazy right now. The sellers are just slapping them in the face. You're getting SMT off of this high here. So it's important for these bullish candles at the lows here to show some sort of support. Otherwise, it's going to be an easy short and it's going to bleed through all of that. YM pushing exactly into this zone here. That's what's making me keep this bullish hope alive, because YM is looking really good, right? We drew up this fair value gap down here. Price taps into it. We get a clean, let's erase all of this. We get a clean market structure shift. We have this order block, which we have marked out in green. Anything inside of this green area is fair play for higher. And now we just need to see some sort of, I want to see price offer a deeper drive, bro. Like, I love when price overextends, right? So I would love to see an overextension into this bullish area and then give me a clean reversal down here. That way I can, if I were able to buy it down here, I can put my stop at a safe place and then I could just put this trade on and just walk away, because I'm buying it at the extremes. You know what I mean? If I'm right about this buy, this low maybe get swept, but maybe not. And then we run 180 points back to the highs. So I'm hoping we get a deep drive here. Doesn't look like it wants to, though. We'll see how these bearish gaps hold up. That's going to come down to 1, 2, 3 bearish gaps right here. Bearish candles, I should say. Any one of these bearish candles could send price slamming lower. So let's see what happens. If we can get something like this where we drive into it, show some sellers sitting in here, take out this low, tap into like this blue line down here. Like, you see this blue line is a magical point of support. Tap into this blue line, reject it again, and break structure. I'm buying that. I'm buying that. I'm buying that, and I'm buying it. All right. So that would be A plus, because you get the drive, you get the mitigation of these sellers. So you fill these sellers, you activate their shorts, and then you absorb them, right? Once we get this new low, if we can flip these sellers and absorb them, I'm 100% bullish at that point. All right, so far so good. Notice this 5 minute candle made sure to close within this bullish candle's range, and also you have this bullish candle protecting you at the sweep underneath as well. So far so good. Just looking for a market structure shift over here. Nice making lows, so you can actually consider this high a market structure shift. If we break it, a nice move above it should open the door for higher. Let's go YM. One more drive lower, guys. One more drive lower. I want to see ES stop pretending to be so bullish and just jump down into maybe even this 930 price. Because NASDAQ was clearly stronger than you today. And NASDAQ is showing that it's stuck in this range here. So I want to see ES show some weakness. However, great patience so far, great read on price. As you can see, this range right here is not worth trading. Okay. So no trades for me so far. YM looks like it might. If we put this lower high in here, this might even be your market structure shift for higher. Because look at what price is bouncing off of. It's bouncing off this previous daily high that was resistance. We break it, retest it, and now, yeah. So any drive back in here, we get a fair value gap here. I'm going to try that. And I think YM is the best one here, guys. YM is giving you beautiful structure, and you get a massive target. You want to see this high right here at the least taken out. Oh, here we go. Don't run. Oh, we're good. If it does try to run, no big deal, because YM can be the first, and then you'll get an entry on ES and NQ when they're ready. Let's see if we get this fair value gap here. Fair value gap would be A+. Erase this bearish gap. We saw exactly what we wanted to see. We wanted to see some sort of rejection to at least either take this low or put in some sort of lower high. We put that lower high, and you see the volume coming off this blue line, coming off this previous daily high. And we've already mitigated the sellers up here, and you can see that this will be my draw. This high from 930 or so. That's my draw. Oh, don't run, kid. There goes ES. ES breaking structure again. So what I'm going to look at here, I'm going to look at NASDAQ for a subtle break, because you just need a pullback, a lower high that makes a high. I guess you could say this, yeah. We did break structure here, guys. We broke structure here. Once we put this low in, you get this sweep. Price pushes right back to the high, takes it out, and then what happens? You see price pull back to this down close candle right here and hold up excellently. Right? This is nice. What I'm looking for now is, let's go to the clock. There goes your clock, right? Time is flying. It's almost 11:30. So I might as well just wait for 11:30. Because the new 30-minute candle is likely to revisit this area that's being left behind and then give you a much better entry price because of that power of 3. The new 30-minute candle opens, drives into here. Any respect out of this area, you buy it, right? You buy it on your proper count. If you're me, nobody else, right? I'm not telling you guys how to make money here. I'm just doing what I do best. You guys can take that however you want to take it, but this is where I'll be looking to buy. And it looks like we're ready to go. I like this subtle market structure shift because you got an aggressive sweep. You pull back into this yellow order block and you see beautiful expansion out of it. I'm just looking for something in here to solidify this idea. Down close candle, first 15 minutes. No, last 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna use this. Once this 15-minute candle closes in 3 minutes, that's what I'll be looking to trade. Right now, I think it's gonna wait for this new. Don't do it, bro. This gonna put me in a pickle if it tries to take off here. And it is taking off. It is taking off. It's not trying. It's gone. But NASDAQ still hasn't gone anywhere, kid. Can you just pull back? I want to buy ES because ES is showing strength once again. We had this new area here. We pull back into it. Let's highlight some things here. So at 11 o'clock close, we close through here. We got this beautiful green area here. What do you know? Price taps right into it. Right here. We make this lower high, market structure shift here. And we have these fair value gaps. I would just want to see price tap into here, bro. If it takes off, I don't think I'm gonna trade that. I want to see price drive right back into this area here on the new 30-minute and just give me a fair chance at the buy, bro. That's it. Because right now, this is starting to make me feel like it wants you to buy it so it can trap you. And then over here, why did my lines disappear, bro? Oh, save it. There they go. All right. All right, there we go. So what do you notice? NASDAQ is going to open up inside of this this yellow order block, which is the main point of interest for higher. YM, it should pull back, bro. Like, it should pull back. Market structure shift, close through the line. Bro, this is clean, kid. This is very clean, my friends. And this high right here remains my target. That's why I like this setup. The high is still available. We're manipulating these lows for hours now. 10:30, 11, and now here's 11:30. We're still down in that area. I'm gonna have to buy NASDAQ because NASDAQ is gonna give the best risk to reward. And yeah, bro, I may just have to get in here, kid, because it might take off. I can cover this low down here with 30 points and then literally break even at this high. Yeah, target up here. I don't know if it's gonna hit this high because of how slow NASDAQ is right now. So maybe this internal high, yeah, about 38 points. And I'll just look for a tight stop, maybe like 30 for 38. I'll take that. That'll be a good trade for me. That'll be 30 points on the stop, which would equal 8 micros. Excellent. We're already on 8 micros there. Get my accounts ready. And here we are. 11:30 is upon us. Let's see how price responds here. Can we get one more drive, please, so we can avoid that drawdown? Or is it just going to use this and close outside of this range? If so, I'm going to go in with like a 30, 35 point stop here. 25,307. YM. 930 rejection. Let's see. Come on. $25,308. ES is running, kid. See if we can close through this level here. Still no closure on NAS. It looks like we got that closure here. Let's see if this candle wants to pull back to be weird, or is it gonna run? I'm in there, guys. And that's a 30-point stop with a 37 point. Really is this is your target, right? And then maybe go break even at this level here. So break even. And this is where you want to see price. When I say rip, you want to see it rip. Put a alert at this high here for NQ. I'm sorry, YM. And you want to see price expand like no tomorrow here. I would say 10 a.m. is probably going to be my exit. Or, bro, if we start taking out these highs and acting weird on ES, and I may get out because that's it's starting to just get a little bit too unorthodox, right? All three could end up taking this high, but at what cost, right? We could take this high on ES and then sell all the way back down to manipulate before going higher. The only thing I do like about this setup is it took a good amount of time to build structure here. So this should be where you find the most volume for higher, meaning you should see the biggest expansion from this area, and we haven't seen that yet. On NQ, we see it already on ES. So, but remember, when we were looking at the higher time frame, NASDAQ was driving into this gray area to the left, right? And then ES hadn't even tapped it yet. So ES could literally just keep going once it takes this high. And that's what I'm gonna be anticipating. Let's put an alert here. I'll see how price responds at that high. But good patience, right? You see price showing you it wants higher. Now let's see if price can offer some speed. YM is pretty much floating. Crazy. And it didn't even bother to pull back in here. You get this fair value gap up here that's holding price higher right now, but it never pulled back into this POI right here, which would have been ideal. And like I said, we open up this new 30-minute candle, and the candle clearly wants higher. So it could literally use this previous see this bullish candle here. We tap into that closing price, and they could use this level right here to catapult all the way up to at least this blue line right here, break even line. So we'll see if we get some speed here. It's still chopping around, taking its time, but we haven't taken this high, so I still like it. Let's zoom in on NASDAQ here, filling in this fair value gap. Here goes that 30-minute candle retracing here. 150. YM isn't even bothering to pull back. That's crazy, bro. YM is super strong. Crazy. I have an alert up here, right? And then we have this 930 high as well. So let's put that alert down here. All right, alert set there. I'll watch this on a 5-minute chart just in case something weird happens, but you can see that if price wanted to pull back, there are areas in here that YM could push into. So that makes it a bit sketchy. But if we're showing speed, it may not even bother to get back down in here. And I want to check the rest of the market as well. Okay, the rest of the market looks decent. Not too bullish, but not bearish, right? The big names are green, which is good. But we're struggling over here on NASDAQ, huh? Same level. There's a brick wall, bro. And this is the tough part, bro. If price wants to take all day to offer this move, I could still end up getting stopped on a good trade idea here because price doesn't want to go anywhere. And I don't know if I'm really willing to hold this if it starts to invalidate. Yeah, I don't know if I want to hold this, guys. I would be much happier waiting for a better entry because we've seen, yeah, bro, this might get me. I don't understand why it would be doing all this if it's not. You know what I mean? We've seen so much manipulation here that I don't want to see any of this right now. I want to get in on the delivery. I don't want to get in when they're still manipulating. Got this fair value gap here. Let's see if this is what price can find support in. If not, I may exit early. So lame, bro. pay the traders. Come on, kid. We know what we're looking for here. We've seen what you have to offer. Now just do your part and deliver higher, please. We had this breaker structure here. So if I take this red line and I put it here, where was your order blocks? Here was your order blocks here that were flipped as price broke structure. So this is your last line of like retest structure here. You don't want to see price get too comfortable in this yellow zone. You want to see massive expansions. If we hang out in here too long, I'm going to cut this trade and just wait for it to sweep out these lows, or wait for it to break out again and get in a little bit later, because this area right here should not even be bearish whatsoever. Let's check on ES. ES. I don't know if I like this, guys. I really don't. It's only 11:30, so it's like if price wanted to waste another 30 minutes or an hour, it could, bro. And that's the sad part. We got this 5-minute gap here. Let's see if price can just catapult out of here. No gaps over here on NQ, just order blocks for the 5-minute chart. It's tough, man. Come on, give us that confirmation where you get a massive 5-minute closure here, so we can step away from this trade, because the areas of interest are very clean. We're just waiting for price to do its part, bro. And I really wish I could have gotten an entry on ES. ES is going to be much less stressful. But based on all three being bullish, I believe these are our draw, right? These, at least this high. You don't know if NASDAQ's going to make it all the way up here because of how slow it is right now. But we do know that chances are we could hit this blue line. This is where you go break even. And then this high is probably where I'm going to TP out for about 35 points or so, just to be safe. Don't want to be greedy thinking that price is going to hit this high and you get SMT off of it. NASDAQ is super far behind. ES is right around the corner, kid. This is that 5-minute closure I wanted to see here. Excellent timing. And now let's see if we get that speed that completely catapults price through this 10 a.m. level. Notice we've already blasted through 10 a.m. on ES. YM, 10 a.m. We're already through that level over here. So there's no reason why YM can do it, ES can do it, NASDAQ should be able to do it as well. All right, so 19 minutes left in this 30-minute candle. Just looking for speed here, guys. All right, here we go. So I'm expecting some selling pressure here. You can see ES just race through this high and NASDAQ nowhere near any high whatsoever. So instead, it's probably going to pull back here. And I'll monitor this pullback. I may manage this a little bit different. It's going to pull back. And I don't want to be too lenient with this pullback because like I said, this could be a massive pivot right now. So you want to see price, if it's pulling back, you want to see it find support quickly. So like maybe this fair value gap, maybe the EMA, or you want to see ES just completely blast through this high. Strong rejection off of this high. I think I'm gonna like manage this trade much differently here. You got a decent closure there, but you're gonna see some selling pressure any moment now. I would love to see it just blast through, but you know, it's never that easy when you're trading on these ridiculous markets, bro. You would think that NASDAQ would have taken this high by now, at least. Somehow ES just ripping, bro. YM about to take the high as well. Are we gonna be the only one that doesn't take out a high, kid? I can almost feel it. It's like it's almost setting us up for disappointment. Oh my goodness, bro. Set this alert here. YM, good job, bro. I hate that YM is so clean at times, but I didn't really get an entry on YM. I was gonna buy it if we were to pull back into here, remember, but you saw price just rip and rip and rip. Same thing for ES. ES really didn't give us a clean entry, so I can't even be upset. It is what it is, right? I definitely wanted to buy ES right about here. Remember before this stupid pullback, I was thinking about buying ES, but I'm like, something's off. Let's just wait. And then when we broke structure again, and we pull back into here and we maintain here, it was like, man, this is bullish. But at the time, we were waiting for some sort of market structure shift on NAS. By the time NASDAQ shifted structure, look at how high ES was. So it is what it is, bro. If this wants to reverse here, GG's NAS. Maybe next time I could have been a little bit more technical down here. I didn't want to force an entry. But once we took this high, after making this low. And then you pull back into this specific order block right here. The rejection off of here at 1127 could have triggered a buy on ES instead. It's like a 6-7 point stop to be safe, and then target the highs. Beauty. Maybe next time, maybe next time I could be more aggressive, but it's hard to be aggressive in these types of situations when you see something's not right, so I think it's over with here, to be honest. The fact that we're stalling like this is not a good look at all. You want to see some sort of continuation out of NAS, like right now. You know what I mean? It's 1150. Sucks, bro, because either other asset has TP'd out. NASDAQ, the only one that hasn't even hit break-even status yet, which is crazy, kid. It's tough, man. But at this point, all you can do is be patient, maybe secure partials, but I don't know. I may get out break even if we see some random drop here. So stupid, man. Oh man, hindsight. This is where hindsight starts kicking in. I'm like, man, I could have bought ES at the same exact time. When price market structure and starts climbing here, I'm like 1127, bro. We're bullish, kid. 1120. But you didn't have any time to think about it. Even if I thought about drawing up a trade at 1126 exactly, I had approximately 1 minute to type up my trade, get my risk calculated, and get in before 11:28, which price was way up here at 11:28, and I wouldn't have bought it up there. I would have wanted it down here. So it's all good. I think I did the best I could today. See if we get some type of follow through to pay us. It's only 14 points up right now, bro. Well, hopefully, if it's gonna do this, at least it's doing it in profit, right? I don't want to see it play around and draw down while we wait to find out if it's gonna take these highs or not. But I really think this high right here should be hit, bro. Like, maybe not this one, but at least give me one internal high, kid. And you manipulate it. Like, if you look at this manipulation leg down here from low to this high, yeah, that's perfect. 0.5 deviation. And then you have, where's the -1 at? -1, -1. Then the -1 sitting right here at this high, so everything says that we should take this high. It's just a matter of, will the market do us dirty or will it pay us like it should? Pay the traders. Come on, man. Take all the bad trader money and pay the good traders. So we're close to this break-even spot here. I think it's fair enough to go break-even. Or at least, yeah, I'll do like $100 on this trade. Fair enough, yeah. Risk officially chopped. And VIP, 1 second, I'll send you an update. Moving stop to VIP to 10 points yeah, perfect. All right. At this point, we're just at the mercy of the buyers. Let's see if the buyers will carry this through, man. Rest of the market looks great. YM about to take this high, bro. Oh my goodness, YM. YM might be the GOAT. YM gives you beautiful moves. If you're on the right side of YM, you're catching a massive move. No doubt. All right, VIP, move, stop loss, and we're chilling here. And we're floating 21 points. Man. All right, guys, with 12 o'clock here, we just opened this new 30-minute candle. I want to see the same thing we just saw here, where we use this blue line here to just climb higher. So I'm actually going to just go break even and live with whatever happens here. I don't even want, well, maybe 50 bucks. I just don't want to lose money on a trade like this, bro. There's no reason I should be losing any money on this type of trade. Bro, look at this, bro. Like, this is the type of stuff I be talking about. It's a professional waste of time. We could have TP'd out a long time ago if you really wanted to be up here, kid. This is crazy, bro. And it gives you this massive candle. It better not even think about putting anything bearish again. Straight bullish. Come on, kid. But yeah, officially risk off on this trade. Sucks that we have to deal with this as traders, bro, but I guess this is what we signed up for, man. YM still hasn't taken this high, so we still have a little bit of room to work with. NASDAQ still trading inside of this range here. So let's see. Do we get one more push here? Can I get out? I'm going to start exiting some of my accounts here. I'm up 400 on some accounts right now. I don't want to, but just look for that acceleration, bro. I don't like slow moves after we've waded through the slow stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna start exiting here, guys. Every time I think about exiting, bro, you get this stupid bearish candle. I just want to see this blue line get hit. Look at this. I just played. I gotta let this play out, guys. I just gotta accept if it goes break even, it's just one of those days, bro. Which is trash, bro. It just keeps pulling back. Like, no matter what happens, it's pulling back. Be like YM, bro. Skip the pullback and just go straight to where you're headed. I think I'm done, yeah. I think I'm done, guys. I just have to walk away because it's gonna drive me insane to watch price tease my money like this. It's going to drive me nuts, bro. Knowing that we haven't taken out anything on NAS. There's nothing taken out. We have this high, but it could be SMT, so I can't sit here and pretend like it's mandatory for this high to be taken. I'm just being realistic when I look at everything else. But yeah, I'm about to, if I see 400 again, which I just saw 400, I'm out. I'm out of my other accounts, guys. This account right here, I'll let it run. 390 bucks on my other account. And that makes me feel better. All right, so yeah, now I'll let this go. Full TP sitting at this high here for about 500 bucks even. No risk on this trade. Slightly underneath break even, but really break even should not even get hit if it does. As a matter of fact, give me some partials, bro. I'm gonna sell two here. Wait, let's see. Hold on. Bro, what is this? We tap into the gap, respect the gap, and then now we're pretending to be, yeah, let me get that. I'm gonna take two off there. That way I have made money for sure today. And my stop is officially at break even. Looking for these highs. If price takes this high now that I've partialed out, I'll just be convinced that the market just has it out for me today. There we go. All right, nice. So yeah, break even on this. Partials secured. And I'm just looking for a finish through this line here. Officially at break even. Nice. All right, cool. There we go. W session. And I may even just TP out here, bro. I don't like any hesitation at this level. This blue line is important. Just like we saw across the board. These levels are very, very powerful. This level holds. Break this level, take off. I think it'll hit that high now because YM still hasn't reached its objective, and we can say for sure YM should take that high. It's just begging us to get out of this trade, which I might actually do it. Every day is not going to be a clean delivery, but when it's like playing games around certain areas, it's sketchy, man. Sketchy for sure, bro. I might take this, guys. It's 12 o'clock. Yeah, get me out of this. I'm out. I just don't care for it. It could end up way up here by the time the session's over with. I'm gonna take my small winning day, which isn't even small because I'm just looking for 500. I just won about 300 here. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. VIP, secured partials. See, look at that. Look at this. Look at how did I just avoid that? Was that break even? Yes. It reached exactly the break even. This is a scam. Look at that. What was that, guys? And this is right off of the blue line. This could be bad news, or it could just be the algo sweeping. I don't know, but I'm done with it. All right, yep. And that beautiful timing. I don't know what that was, but beautiful exit. Let me check out the chat. Angel. All right, yeah. So, and at the end of the day, you know what I mean? You can't be greedy on a trade like this when you understand that ES took out the high, YM took out one, two, three highs, right? So a pullback literally is overdue. So pick a good spot and start managing your trade. I think I managed this the best I could. And look at that, right? So I'll leave this on the table. Maybe tomorrow or the next opportunity, I'll be able to catch the stronger one. But it's just tough when the market does stuff like this, knowing that NASDAQ was a lot stronger than ES coming into this session. And then I guess, but if you just, yeah, true. If you just wait for the entry confirmation and then look to grade your setups for strength, you'll see that based on this last move here, ES is actually stronger, right? So maybe I'll just add that to my notes. Instead of getting my bias at the beginning of the market open, I'll wait until price is offering a clean setup. And then I'll take a look at what chart should be stronger or weaker. And you see here, ES was stronger. Wait for both charts to give you that break of structure here, which was here at 1120. You get the retest confirmation, which would have been 1127. And the moment you're okay with buying NAS, you should just buy ES instead. So even if it's way up here, it's going to be uncomfortable. 1127 would have been here. Stop down here would have been like 8.5 points. I guess you really didn't get much out of it if you draw it up that way. You go break even once this high is taken, and you just look for your 1R. Yeah, maybe 1.5 if you're greedy. But with today's price action, you could tell the market was chilling. So I think 1R would have been a good target. But that's my spiel for today. Hopefully you guys had a good session. That was a nice trade. I just hate that it was so lame because look at it go now. It's the same bias. It's like, come on, bro, don't be so lame. Trading directly to the highs, and it's about to take it out after this weird manipulation drive here, which would have stopped me out at break even to the tick. Like, that's crazy, bro. But hey, man, these markets are crazy, to say the least. Here, I'm gonna screenshot this, drop it in the chat, update my notes, and caught about 27 points, 26 points today. And there goes the target. But I think we managed that pretty well. I think I managed that actually the best way I could. All right, SMT, let me screenshot this. But all in all, pretty clean price action. The delivery phase was the ugliest part. Everything else was pretty clear, right? Manipulation, the bullish area of interest, another manipulation, and not bad. So look at it go now that I'm out of the trade, bro. I promise you, bro. It's like they're watching me, bro. He's on to us, guys. We gotta stop him from winning. Let's just do stupid stuff. Like, none of this in here makes sense, bro. None of it. Fill the gap, make a new high, fill the gap, make a new high, fill the gap a third time. Get out of here, bro. It's okay. It's okay. We back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Wow, it's only Wednesday. So wow, this is a really good week. I could actually probably stop trading for the week. I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow, or how price action looks tomorrow. I'm not gonna be like overly committed to taking a trade. 3-0 this week. So you want to only trade good setups. So if it's pretty choppy tomorrow, I probably won't trade it, but we'll see. If it's clean, I'll take it. No question. But you guys take care. This is going in the chat right now. Executions, trading. Right here. Yeah, about 26 points. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. Entry here. Stop down here. All right, cool. I don't know, man. I feel like my personality is what makes trading tough for me, bro. I can have a winning day and I'll still be upset. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't control it though. I don't know. Like, today still bothers me. I'm like, bro, this is garbage. Even though it was a winning trade. Save. I don't know. A part of me just like, I feel like we're owed a much cleaner price action, bro. The market's already stealing millions of dollars every single day. So like, why do you feel like you have to over complicate anything, bro? People don't know how to trade. So just do whatever you normally do. For example, the trades we took yesterday and the day before that, I feel like we should be able to catch that type of trade every day. Like, but apparently not, bro. Sometimes you really have to just put on a trade, wait for your confirmation, and literally just walk away. Because if you're watching this like we were today, this is stressful. Like, what are you doing? But then when you walk away and you come back, you be like, oh, I didn't have to move to break even. I didn't have to move my stop. TP ends up getting hit or whatever, you know. So I'll get better over time. My emotions will. All right, VIP, you're out of there. I would say close it now. Just the target is literally right here. You'll get about 30 points or so. Not bad. All right, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let me look at the news for tomorrow real fast, just to get an idea of what to expect tomorrow. Nothing major. Again, we have unemployment claims at 8:30, but tomorrow could be pretty choppy. We'll see. Look at this. We've been stuck in this range since 10 a.m. YM YM is nice, bro. It doesn't really give you the best entry price though, so I guess it's not that nice. All right, cool. That's my spiel for today. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream, learning something, you know, and then tell your friends, bro. Tell everybody, bro. We need the biggest stream in the world. Biggest stream in the world, absolutely free. All right, yeah. So I am out of here. You guys take care. God bless. Talk to God. Make sure you have a relationship with God. None of this is possible without Him. And yeah, love your family, your friends, all that good stuff, bro. It's actually important. I know it just sounds like, oh, that's nice to say, but no, it's important, bro. Trading is as spiritual as anything else in this world, you know. But yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 9:40. Later.